explosive. Cap it, folks. That was human dynamite. Absolutely explosive. Oscar Valdez is the new champion.
Let me tell you the Lord.
Medical attention immediately into the ring for Miguel Berchelt.
Let's mute that. So it is 2:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, February the 21st, 2021. I believe this fight may have ended, about 4 hours ago or so, maybe 4 hours or so ago. Had a family function. Oh, man, but it's good to know that as it stands right now, he is okay. He is responsive. He's had some scans, and according to Top Rank PR Evan Korn, he's okay. So that's a good thing. That's my first time seeing it. He's still down there. That shit's scary. Jeez. Oh, no. I'm glad he's okay. He is gone. Meaning knocked out. Ooh. Okay, let's turn it up.
And they will get Miguel Berchelt to a hospital as quickly as possible.
I don't like seeing this.
But they have to be careful and assess the situation with his movement. You can see him communicating with the medical staff here.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to fast forward. Got to be honest with you. He's up. Whew.
As they will go through the process of assessing and then slowly sitting him up. They'll bring the stool over. Eventually they will get.
I got PTSD, man. No bullshit. So that shit kind of be fucking with me, man. I'm a little squeamish right now. I want to take a time out. Boxing is a brutal ass sport, especially when you watch that Patrick Day live, and man, Richard Colon. Glad he's okay, bro. Well, anyway, history controversy with FightView360.com. So normally I cover every single major fight live, meaning moments when this is real time live afterwards. I'm guessing that's his wife or his girlfriend. Good. I'm glad he's all right. But had some shit to do today. So, but now from here on out, we here for the future of things. I'm sorry, seeing that. See, I knew it was coming. I'm on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at TstreeT for life, the number 4. I'm going to put it down below in the description box. So, but on my feed, the knockout's not on my feed. Oh, shit, my bad. The knockout's not on my feed. So, that's my first time seeing it. And if you got any motherfucking decency, I got to stop cussing. You would think to yourself, yo, that's some, ooh. Man, boxing. Jeez. But anyway, we're going to listen to the post-fight interview. Also, I have the post-fight press conference that I'm going to watch and recap immediately after this is over. Shout out to Oscar Valdez. Something in my heart was like, yo, he's a live underdog, man. He can, and then the weight thing with Berchelt, that's a very, very valid argument and sound. And as you can see, maybe he stayed too long. His legs just wasn't there. And personally, in my opinion, the fight should have, in my opinion, been stopped in the 4th, because after he did the moonwalk, I'm gonna pull up that clip for you. Let's watch the KO. They gotta. Ooh, it's gonna be ugly.
Saving grace, left hook with the movement allowed Berchelt to come forward.
He bent the knee first.
Just beautiful work right here, man, by
seeing that, man.
Valdez. Finding the home for it, saving grace, that left hook. I knew as soon as he hit someone, as soon as he hit Berchelt, clearly, I knew it was going to be over.
Watch the legs on impact.
Getting out of range, beautiful setup, boom, right on the chin.
Every part of him crumbled to the ring.
He did.
But right now, he is on the stool. They're unwrapping the gloves. They will get him to the UMC Trauma Center. The left hook all night long.
So I guess he does go to 135. Maybe start building his way up to fight.
Oscar Valdez, a young man who was born in Mexico, and then
where does Berchelt go from here? It's going to be interesting. because now the 130-pound division, everything has changed. You know, Shakur Stevenson is in the crowd. I'm wondering, there's a Tiafimo. I'm wondering if they got into the ring. Damn. Put him down. So we are going to talk about the politics. We are going to talk about what it means for the 130-pound division. Miguel Berchelt was on a fight-by-fight contract with Top Rank. Valdez is, from my understanding, a top-ranked fighter. The question remains, where does the division go next? Because it's looking like Shakur Stevenson is going to be gunning for Oscar Valdez. He's ranked number 2 by the WBC. Like it will be a mandatory, but he's already the mandatory for the winner of Jamel Herring versus Carl Frampton, which is taking place on March 27th. By the way, little side note, White Povetkin 2 has been moved to March 27th. Also, what else is on that date? Another fight on that date. So I guess we're going to fast forward. So once again, I haven't seen none of this. I'm going to recap the undercard. I did get a chance to watch. I was watching on my phone the best way I could. I was skimming through the Broner fight. Ew. So I am going to do a video. Oh, wait, let's do it. Damn, we missed the particulars.
Super Feathers, 59 seconds of round number 10. Here inside the MGM Grand, this bout comes to an incredible conclusion. 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 10. For your winner by knockout and new WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Oscar Valdez!
So that Eddie Reynoso, that team Reynoso was something else, aren't woo. You know? They starting off the year strong with Ryan Garcia's win over Luke Campbell. That was kind of expected, even though I didn't expect it. I was rooting for Luke Campbell. And commercial break, and fast forward to the post-fight interview. And now this right here, this upset. But earlier in the broadcast,
tonight,
talking about how like money started coming in heavy, like 87% on fight day and weigh-in for Oscar Valdez. You know, so he started becoming like a real odds like changer. And look, a lot of people made some money. And when it comes to the weigh-in, he wasn't looking good at that weigh-in all dry. He wiped his brow like it was sweat on there, but it wasn't no sweat. Jeez. But the fight lived up to the hype, man. It lived up to the hype. You know, you have to admit, though, Top Rank, when it comes to broadcasting, and see, some people say they don't like the red and blue is too much of it. I love the broadcasting. Like, the Showtime shit is great. PBC on Fox shit with the wall, it's just ill. You know, they can ill. But I'm going to go back and recap this card. I'm going to do probably the undercard all in one video. Luckily, it's knockouts. Elvis Rodriguez. Oh, post-fight interview. Please subscribe. Listen in.
I want to thank God for this opportunity for me winning. And I said it before, there's nothing better in life than proving people wrong. I have a list of people who doubted me. My idols doubted me. Boxing analysis doubted me. They said Berchelt was going to knock me out. But you know, I got a message out there to tell everybody. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Always work hard. If you're disciplined in life and you try to do your best, you know, you stay disciplined, anything is possible. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. Always prove them wrong.
We all thought you had to fight the perfect fight, that you had to stay focused the entire time. How were you able to pull off this upset against the most feared puncher in 130 pounds?
My team, you know, it's a lot of teamwork. A lot of times it's being smart and disciplined, staying focused. There's a lot of distractions out there. It wasn't easy training with a pandemic, but like I said before, just always try to go for your dreams. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do nothing. Always train hard, do your best, try to always be number one. Nothing's impossible. So I said it before, there's nothing better in life than proving people wrong. And I think my team was a big part of this. I want to thank my father for being with me since day one. You know, I thank my family, my trainer Eddie Reynoso, my manager Frank Espinosa, my cousin Bubba, you know, Nassim, Dr. La Madrid. I got a list of people who I want to thank. You know, I can stay here thanking a lot of people because it's not a one-man sport.
And you know what? That list is what we all saw in terms of flaws of Miguel Berchelt. His other opponents, the 6 men who tried to take this belt from him, also saw it. What did you see and how were you able to take advantage of those flaws?
You know what? I don't know. There's this. Every time I would see him, I would say, I think I could beat him. You know, and I know it's going to be hard. but I couldn't be in life. I don't want to ever be in life 60, 70, 80 years old and have regrets. Say I should have done it. I should have fought him in my prime. So that's why I wanted to take this test, and thank God I made it. Thank God I accomplished my dream. Thank my team. Thank everybody who supported me, and thank everybody who said I wasn't going to make it, but you guys were a part of this. You guys were a part of me training harder to prove everybody wrong.
Now, you said that this was going to be one of those Barrera Morales fights and that you were going to inspire the next generation of Mexican fighters. How do you think Mexico feels about Oscar Valdez right now?
I hope they liked it. There was a point where Berchelt was wanting me to stay inside the ring, and there was times where I did want to stay in there and bang to give a good fight to my crowd. Even though I didn't do that a lot of times, I hope they liked it. I'm so happy right now I can almost do a backflip like Teofimo Lopez.
What does this win do for your career, and where do you go next?
I don't know. I trained so hard for this fight. I've been training for 4 years since the pandemic started. I want to go back to my family. I haven't seen my family in a long time. Just want to go and hug them, thank them for being the best thing in my life. I said I was going to take this belt back home, and I'm happy for that. Any champion out there, I heard Shakur Stevenson wants to fight. Let's do it. I just want to keep on fighting and give the fans what they want.
Congratulations, guys. Viva Mexico.
Viva Mexico, indeed. And this is a 29-year-old who was born in Mexico, then went to Arizona, back to Mexico. He was very thoughtful, as you can hear there. Sports Center is coming up next with Kenny Mayne and Ashley Brewer. We'll have reaction from.
All right, that is that. I got a long night. Let's talk about, what's next. Now, for one, if you go back, let me see if I can pull up the clip here. I believe I put it on my Twitter page. The clip of when I feel that the fight could have or should have been stopped in round number 4. Like when he started doing like the
late, like, oh,
Look at that left hook!
that hook that he tries to take within this fight. He's not just gonna late like, oh,
Look at that left hook from Oscar Valdez, and Berchelt is tied up.
There it is.
And then when he goes back, basically the fight, for the rest of this round, he's getting beat up. Then at the end of the round, for the knockdown, the first knockdown of the fight, it wasn't a knockdown because the ropes held him up, so it was a knockdown. But then Russell Mora allows for Berchelt. He's done. He's, bouncing all back and forth, dancing around and shit. And right there, he was done. Now, he did recover a bit in the next few rounds. Now, if you don't know, he got knocked out at the end of the 10th round. Brutally. But a knockout like that, do you really want to go to 135? I think he's, but weight, his body is sending him up there. See what I'm saying? And now I have a better feeling that we'll see Valdez versus Stevenson, because you would think the money is more there than for it to be Stevenson versus the winner of Herring versus Frampton, right? And Herring and his team is having some issues with the particulars of the fight anyway. Like, what's this that I read? Is it true that the fight was wasn't being picked up, or probably wasn't going to be picked up, or wasn't picked up by ESPN, some old weirdness like that? Like, what was going on with that? Is that true? Now, shout out to Valdez. Now, looking at Berchelt's record, to Valdez's credit, he's the best fighter that he's fought. I mean, Valdez is better than Jason Sosa, obviously better than Venezuela, better than DeFrancisco Vargas. That just came way too, that rematch, in my opinion, just came way too late. Better than Miguel Roman, Barros, Uwaku, even Millar. So even though these was wars overall, even though he was the smaller fighter, Valdez has the better pedigree and the better record. I mean, he's the better overall fighter and with the better resume. Like, when I look at Gradovich, I never forget Gary Russell fought this Ruben Tamayo, and this was around the time where they were saying Gary Russell was fighting nothing but tomatoes, and I was like, here he go, going to fight some guy whose name rhymes with tomato. Anyway, Chris Avalos was solid at the time. Gradovich was solid. Miguel Mariaga, Genesis Savania, where's he at? Scott Quigg broke his jaw. And you may think that, people say, he had the tough fights with Adam Lopez before he got knocked out. But now look, sitting on top of the world. So when it comes to matching him up against the top of the 130-pound division, now Tank Davis, in my opinion, is the #1 fighter at 130. His belt is the legit real belt at 130. The WBA junior lightweight or super featherweight 130-pound title. The one he has at 35 is the bullshit one. Teofimo has the real one up there. So these belts don't count. These don't count these bullshits. These three, they bullshit. Rakhimov and Ogawa are going to fight for the vacant title because Jojo Diaz and Rakhimov fought to a draw, and Jojo Diaz just a day before the fight lost his belt on the scales. So he could have kept his belt even if he just made weight, but he didn't. So now these two are going to fight for a vacant title. So I guess it would make sense for Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. But do you think they're going to do some bullshit where they're going to be like, okay, well, let's build toward that. You know, let's have them two fight an interim fight, and then we'll build that to pay-per-view. Then I think they'll do that shit. But how will this fight sell on pay-per-view? And do you think that this fight's ready for pay-per-view? Because they were talking about before this, it was chatter of possibly Shakur Stevenson versus Berchelt on pay-per-view. Do you think they're there yet? I mean, if they did it with Tank, but Tank sell more than Shakur. I mean, you think they're there yet with that? You know, pay-per-view? I don't know. Because you have to think now that they gave us Teal versus Loma on regular ESPN. You dig? So it's like Valdez, Stevenson, pay-per-view. You think people really feeling that shit? I'm not. And if you look at it, 130, how deep is it really, depending on if guys move up from one? Put it this way, the guys at 126, unless it's Gary Russell, maybe Josh Warrington, it's not really no real money that's going to move up to 130. See what I'm saying? So it's like where, you know, you got guys like Zelfa Barrett getting decisions over Pico Martinez. So you can see why Berchelt was wanting to move to, not only because he was having issues with the weight. Clearly, like, look at it. You know? That's not the excuse. He got his ass knocked out and outboxed. And he can't say he was the better fighter. Like, yo, bro, you got, like, beat up. Like, you know what? 9 out of 10 of those rounds, 8, give or take. Well, he got knocked out in the last one, so you can't count that one. See, I mean, you know, and remember, I'm only talking about fights that could be made in the promotional company. That's why I'm promotional outfits. That's why I'm not mentioning guys like Leo Santa Cruz and Chris Colbert and all that. You know, we're talking about top rank. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm not going to sit here too long. Yo, that was a brutal ass knockout, man. I'm glad he's all right.
But they have to be.
But I guess it's safe to say now that he had some sweet ass dreams since his CAT scans and everything's all right. It's safe to say, like, oh, yo, he got knocked the fuck out. And that's why I'm going to use this as a thumbnail.
Careful.
It's not disrespectful. He cool. So it's like, that's the name of the game.
And assess the situation
from being mean. He's gonna
with his movement. You can see
right now. Wait till you see the shit they probably got on him tomorrow. Look, he is didn't. Ooh, I like this silhouette. I think I'm gonna use this. I think I'm gonna use that. That's gonna be my thumbnail. I like that. Scary though. Ooh, geez, that's scary. That's scary though. But ooh, I'm gonna use it. TstreeT Controversy. FightView360.com. Please subscribe.